Hey guys, how you doing? It's Pablo here. Now in today's video, as you can see, we've got the 2020 PNSO Essien the Spinosaurus. Now this is a first for me of getting scientifically accurate, high quality figures. Hopefully this isn't the last one. I do have my eyes on the GR Toys Charcaradontasaurus. Yeah, that one's a bit more expensive than this, and this is like a smaller scale, like the 150 scale range, I think. So anyways, we're probably going to be getting from the bigger main line, the ones that are like kind of like Papo sized or something. Let's go ahead and get this out of the box. Oh, there it is. There is Essien now. As of making this video, I haven't checked to see if Essien is a actual specimen, that exists in the fossil record. So after making this video, I'll go ahead and check out to see if he is a real specimen. So there he is, a good size for my storage and stuff. So wow, he looks really nice. He feels so good in the hands, let me tell you that. Now before we get into this, let's have a little look at this pamphlet. Now one thing I do not like about these things, they usually talk a bit about like kiddie stuff, as if this is targeted for children, as if they're gonna buy this. For example, Mattel, that's for children. This is high quality, scientifically accurate, expensive, delicate figures, dream and vision for children. Because kids are definitely going to be doing their research on what's accurate and what's, what not. Scientific arts projects. You think a kid's looking at that? But as of the more, that's something I really like. That's really nice to have like this poster kind of thing. Now this I might actually, just put up back, well not here specifically because this is a nice white background, but yeah, I'm definitely going to have this posted up somewhere on the wall because this looks really nice to have a scientifically accurate Spinosaurus. So yeah, alright, now moving on to the figure itself. I've always wanted a scientifically accurate Spinosaurus after, 2020's discovery of the paddle tail. And let me just say, this is beautiful. The closest thing I've gone to this is Papo figures, and they are of great quality. For example, let's bring in the let's bring in a Carnotaurus, which I really like. So I got two of these for some reason, don't know what little me was thinking, but that's how even little me, an odd one out, was really interested with high quality figures. But as you can see, this one from Papo is pretty good in scale detail, and it also has that same jaw articulation. Good paint overall, naturalistic colors, but then this one's got some vibrant colors to it, and just even better, more realistic scale detail. So enough of that Papo figure, let me just get it set up there again. Now let's go over the paint first. As you can see, we've got a beautiful tiger type of look on the sail, and throughout the whole body you've got some striping on the nice thick neck. So you've got some red for the crest on the sail, some stripes around here, and then like a dull orange brown on the top of the neck, like a whitish yellow around here on the under part, on the throat region. Basically the whole underside, and yes, there is the cloaca. And then you've got some nice kind of greenish yellows over here, and some more of that orange brown. And then definitely some noticeable, oh that's nice, oh it's like a little bit flexible. That's pretty cool, that's a nice little touch to it. I thought it would have been solid, So pretty, very nice paint scheme overall. Very natural looking, but also not dull. So that's a good move on PNSO. I've seen some of the videos, and like they said, it's probably one of the better ones when it came out, and it still holds up, I think, because recently PNSO hasn't been doing the most creative color schemes to their figures, so hopefully they get that back on track. Now moving on to the actual sculpt itself. So starting up with the head, let me just see if I can actually get that into focus. Sorry guys, the lighting is a bit bad. As you can see, you got the sun setting, right? I just came back from school. This is the day after filming the Caption Crush Truck video, so as you can see in that video, if you go ahead and check it out, yeah, that one I had good lighting because it was like midday, but I hadn't let the sun get in the way, so it's going to be really distracting for my camera. So if we start up at the head, you got some very nice big scales over here. Oh yeah, it's focusing a bit more. Not crystal clear, but you guys can make it out, right? So you got some bigger scales on the mid part of the snout and throughout the bottom jaw as well, some slightly smaller ones. There's a bit of shrink wrapping around the orbits there. Doesn't really bother me there. The neck has some bigger scales and like you start to get some osteoderms. And nice thick neck again, let me just say that really looks good. This whole thing is stocky. If you want to see like a type of documentary-ish sort of thing, that's up. We've got the updated Spinosaurus. Go ahead and check out Goji Center. I'd like to do reactions to them, but they have really, you know, long videos and then more about talking, so I don't know if they're really worth making reactions of, but I do check out his channel and I really do love him. He does some very good informative videos about dinosaurs, so be sure to go check them out. You probably have seen them anyways. So as I was saying, the osteoderms carry on throughout the whole side of the body. Yeah, you can see it, and then they start to reduce over here on the tail, as you can see, just a couple of them over here. Now there are those type of crocodilian scales on the throat and the underbelly all the way down to the tail, so that's very nice. So let's go ahead and look at the only articulation on this figure, which is obviously understandable. This is not at all supposed to be used for playing, so we have like centerpieces, you know, just to look at like in a museum or something. They're not at all for playing with, just to look at. So you have this jaw which moves pretty well. Papo probably does the best jaw articulations. I'll bring in the Carnotaurus again for that. Actually, since its jaw doesn't close completely because of the shape of it, let's bring in the T-Rex. So we might as well do the comparisons. I might as well remove him from the size comparisons later, right? But this is mainly PNSO's size for dinosaurs, you know, like the Wilson Tyrannosaurus Rex is of this general size, you know, so this is about as good as you're gonna get since I don't have other main PNSO figures. So here you can see the jaw. Yeah, that is in camera, sure. That one you can like, it's not loose at all. It doesn't open as wide as the Spinosauruses, I think. Yeah, they're pretty similar, but I think the Spinos opens a little bit wider. Yeah, maybe a bit more. And it's like very good, like it's not loose at all and it's not too stiff, so it's perfect really. And the Spinosaurus one seems to be just maybe a hair under or just as good, which is really impressive to say the least. So yeah, that looks really nice in any way that you put it. You could just put it like a neutral, you know, like it's calm, it's just walking, and then here you could have it like snarling or actually roaring, maybe looking at like a threat to its territory or something, you know, like just a little jaw movement could say a lot more about like whatever it's doing in that pose, you know. It's really nice. So for size comparisons, like I said, let's bring in some other some PNSO type of scale stuff, right? So you know, Domingo, which I actually really want to get, he's a bit too skinny for my liking. Funny coming from me, you know, but so they all are of this general size. You know, Doyle 2.0 looks a bit weird with that no cheek kind of thing. I'd prefer if they do bring that back, like Doyle, like the first version. So it's about that size, you know. There you've got this Triceratops, but these are like mainly based off the Jurassic Park ones. Hold on, let me just take them in one at a time, you know. So here you've got a Papo Triceratops, kind of based off Jurassic Park's Triceratops, you know, where Alan Grant was lying on it and everything. And up next you've got this Carnotaurus, as I showed earlier, for like paint scheme wise and just quality overall of Papo, right? So yeah, there it is. Doyle is about the same size, but like a very different posture, maybe a bit longer legs overall, and actually skinnier than this one. So yeah, that's interesting because, you know, in Prehistoric Planet, the Carnotaurus was much chunkier than we thought, you know. And here is the T-Rex. Wilson, as I mentioned earlier, is probably around the same size. So that's it for the comparisons. So this is actually, it's not a simple figure at all, but it's kind of simple to review because normally, for example, with our Mattel things, we go over articulation, scan code, action features, etc. And we have a lot more actual stuff to compare to because I have a lot more from the same line, you know, of Mattel. And definitely for PNSO, I'm going to be picking up more of them, so these size comparisons are going to be much easier to do. So in conclusion, I absolutely love this thing. It's an absolutely gorgeous piece, addition to my, like, you know, dinosaur collection, and it's just going to be a centerpiece. I think I'm going to put it up there next to the Papo figures and this other thing. So actually, let me just show you what I'm going to be swapping it with. So here is the Spinosaurus Essien, and up here you can see a couple of my centerpieces. What do you think's gonna go? Yep, so the Fortnite ones went, and funny enough, you can find those being like characters in the old stop motion videos that I did. Weird mix of things, didn't really make sense. So yeah, those have been replaced by the Spinosaurus, and it does look a bit weird there. I mean, this one fills up the whole thing, so it doesn't really distract. This one's got maybe a bit too many. They don't look really neat, the layout for them. And Spinosaurus is a bit too small to be like a taking up this whole thing. So probably gonna fit some more things in there. Imagine like the giant Carcar or something. Well, not even giant, it's just that this one's small. And yeah, they had to go into there with all my other years and years of figures. And since as I went through that, I've just found some two little cool things I kind of want to mention. So we have this Papo T-Rex, so I've got both of them, and I have this Natural History Museum Iguanodon that I got when I was little, and this one actually really holds up, I think. I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong. The new PNSO one is looks really nice, but it's way too expensive. It's like, what, £60? Yeah, that's crazy. So that's a hard one for me. I'll see, you know, eventually. And this one, whilst its size is good like the PNSO ones and stuff, it's just way too skinny. It should be dead basically, because T-Rex, as we see in Prehistoric Planet and newer documentaries, it's significantly bulkier than we previously thought. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. That's the end of this video. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this content, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time.